print has already been harvested. But the point is you can see here that this is significantly layer shifted. Now, I just recorded the video of why and how to mitigate it. But I forgot that I should show this guy. So I don't know if it printed this way. I think it printed this way. Either way works. As you can see, it barely fits on the print bed. This is the chassis for my off-road record model. In any case, I was thinking, for one thing that confused me is like, why did it only layer shift once? And then I looked closer and I said, oh, it actually layer shifted twice, because this is a dovetail joint. So this should line up with this. This should line up with this, and this should line up with this. So it shifted twice. It shifted there, and it shifted there. So anyway, I just wanted to show this. Now, unfortunately, this material is all scrap, but it is what it is. It triggered me to do a little bit of maintenance, clean the shafts on my linear rails, and letting this guy cool off. It was at 34. We're still only down to 33 and 33. So we'll give this an hour or so to cool, and it should be good. Anyway, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. Like and subscribe, all that. Later. All right, it's got my Creality K1 and my Creality K1 Max here. The double Cyclops both had two eyes previously, but whatever. So anyway, I just had a serious layer shift, 2 attempted prints in a row, and I know what this means. And so I'm going to address it and fix it today very quickly and easily. And in fact, I already did it on the K1, but I'm going to repeat it on the K1 Max just because it's long overdue. I've never done it on the K1 Max, but I've had the K1 probably a year and a half longer than the K1 Max, and this is the second time I've done it on the K1. Now this is moving quite smoothly, but I tell you what, before I cleaned these rails, I was like fighting it, and I was fighting it so much that it caused 2 print failures in a row where the layers shifted like something got caught on something, and it was basically these linear rails were totally not smooth. Now they're still not perfectly smooth here. I can feel a little bit of tight spots, but it's way better than it was, which is all you need, because these motors are pretty good, and the belts are pretty they're timing belts, and so that's not something they invented for 3D printers. Timing belts have been around for decades and decades, and it's solved science, as they say. And so that's all it is an application of an existing industrial technology, and they do a good job of keeping the timing, which is what keeps you from shifting layers. But if you get too much resistance, it'll shift. And so I'm going to repeat what I just did on my K1 Max here. And my K1 Max, it's still pretty smooth, but I might as well clean the rails before I have a problem with it, right? All right, so hold on. All right, so I have here my alcohol. You could use, as they say, rubbing alcohol. So basically, I need to pry the cap off of this. They make these pretty safe because alcohol is quite flammable and inflammable. You tell me the difference in the comments. Alright, so I gotta pry this bad boy off. Alright, then I like to use coffee filters because they don't make lint. If you use paper towels, it's likely going to leave lint behind, leave gunk behind on the lint, whereas coffee filter, and these are natural colored coffee filters, there's nothing intentional about, like I don't think I'm saving the planet by using these. I just saw them and I said, oh, less processed the better. Alright, so I got a bunch of alcohol on here, and then I just wipe these down. Now don't skip yet, because this isn't everything. The other thing is as this has been working, and this is another reason better to do it before it gets to be a problem, is there's linear bearings inside your print head, and they go across the gunk that's been there for, I don't know, a couple years or so, since a year and a half, 2.5 years since I bought this printer. And so the gunk on the rails gets inside the linear bearings inside there. And I can say this with certainty because the first time I cleaned my K1 rails, it was so bad, again, that it was skipping it was skipping teeth on the belt and causing layer shift. And I cleaned the whole rail. I cleaned the rails thoroughly, right? And then I moved the carriage across the rails, and there was immediately gunk all over the rails again. Kind of see some there. And so what happens is the gunk gets trapped inside the linear bearings in the print head, and the longer you go, the worse it gets. And then when you clean your rails, and then you move your carriage across, and then it wipes this gunk all over the rails again. And so I find that I really want to use extra amounts of alcohol to try to get the rails as wet as I can. And so then when I sweep the, like right here, I'm just going to wet right here for now, and then just kind of rub the print head just across that area to try to really get some alcohol inside the linear bearings of the print head. Try to clean that out. So that way, that feels pretty smooth. Of course, this didn't feel bad anyway. Not nearly as bad as my K1 was. I wish I would have recorded that. Didn't think of recording until after I cleaned the K1. These really feel nice and smooth now. And who knows, for all I know, my K1, I do know, was like one of the first, like when they first released it, I bought it. And I know that they did upgrades to it after I bought it, as they learned from warranty claims, basically. They learned, they made various upgrades. I can't think of any, like the I know they upgraded the extruder at least a few times. They updated the heaters, the nozzle heaters, probably some other things, not sure. But so the point is, this K1 Max may have better bearings, linear bearings, than this K1. Like I can imagine it, but there's a fair chance that they made an improved material selection or quality selection on these linear bearings, and maybe that's why these are better. And maybe the half the schmutz that gets on these rails is actually from the bearing material, as it wears out over time, or even just degrades over time, outgasses and changes its composition and crumbles to sticky dust. For all I know, I don't know. Anyway, point is, these rails got super sticky, but now they're nice and mostly smooth. All right, this is very interesting, as I expected. So this is two versions of the same print here, and this is before and after I cleaned my X-axis rails on my Creality K1. So I had layer shifting on the previous print and the previous print, which was the same print that failed. You can see that. Maybe you can see that this hub, it's basically a wheel hub, is no longer above its supports like it is here. And beyond just the layer shifting, I sort of noticed a little bit of texturing. I don't know how obvious it is here, but you can see horizontal lines there, pretty significant. And they're much more uniform here. Is that better? It's tough for me to. I'm looking at it through the phone. It looks to me like this new cleaned rail version is much more consistent. I can still see the lines, but these lines up here are a little uglier to me. Am I imagining it? Is this a placebo effect? Because I think it should look better. Obviously, at least my layers didn't shift. So that does confirm that the issue was cleaning the rails. So keep your rails clean. It's just a quick wipe with alcohol once in a while, and if you let it build up too long, you may end up with this. You need to keep your guide rails clean, especially on the x-axis. For whatever reason, the x-axis gets sticky on my K1, and the y-axis does not tend to get sticky. Your mileage may vary, but that's what I found. So anyway, take that for what it's worth. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, all that usual stuff. Go for it.